Hello my friends, David Kessler here and welcome back to the studio. So what do you think are the main differences between a professional artist and an amateur artist? I mean, we could probably list, 20 or 25 things, but I think it really comes down to two main things. The first is practice. The professional artist has likely painted thousands of paintings. The amateur artist, on the other hand, maybe has painted tens of paintings, maybe 100 paintings, maybe 200, I don't know. If you painted 200 paintings, you're probably getting to be pretty good if you know what you're doing. But the difference is practice, 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 honing skills, studying and mastering design fundamentals, and then being able to implement those in the work. And constantly working on your craft and improving your skill set and improving your ability to make good paintings and develop compositions. That's the difference, is the practice and the amount of time taken by the professional artist to practice and hone their skills versus the amateur artist, which, I mean, to be honest, a lot of the people that take my workshops, this week they're doing abstract painting. Next month they're going to be doing cold wax. The next month they're going to take a workshop on how to do hot wax. And then the month after that they're going to take, a watercolor course. So they don't know what the hell they're doing, right? So they're more interested in figuring out a technique rather than focusing on what's important, and that's the ability to make a good painting based on the fundamentals of design, and then practicing that for a long period of time. The reason they don't want to do that is because that's hard. It takes an enormous amount of time to be a good painter. And people don't want to spend the time to do that. They would rather investigate all these other, doing 15 kinds of different media and playing with that rather than focusing on one thing and spending time to practice. Okay, that's number one, practice and time spent working on it. Number two is the ability to develop over a long period of time a consistent body of work. That's what's going to distinguish a professional artist, a really good professional artist, from an amateur. The ability to develop a consistent body of work over a long period of time. And like I said just a moment ago, a lot of amateur artists, don't even want to take the time to focus on one type of media, much less try to develop some idea of a consistent body of work. And it's difficult to do if you haven't done it before and if you don't practice it, if you don't paint a lot. I mean, I've painted, in 30 years, I've painted thousands of paintings. Thousands. And that's what it takes, to be a good painter. It doesn't, you can't do one painting a month, and expect to be a good painter. It just doesn't work like that. Anything else, it takes a lot of practice. And once you determine what it is that you like to do the best, then developing that consistent body of work is going to put you ahead of those that can't do that. And it sounds like an easy thing to do until you start to do it. It takes perseverance, it takes practice, it takes dedication to do that. But I've always thought it's better to be known for that one thing so that when people think of your name, an image pops in their mind of what it is that you do. And that is really sort of the goal of most professional artists, is to get to that point where people associate your name with images of your artwork. That's kind of the, one of the end games, I guess you'd say. So two things, practice and the ability to develop a consistent body of work are the two main things that I think, separate a professional artist from an amateur artist. If you have other things that you think will separate the two that are more important than those two, be sure to put those in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.